get in.
I think in an ideal world you want to see every stadium with as many supporters in there as possible, but having spoken to a number of St Mirren fans who are just sick to death of what they hear from Celtic and Rangers fans, they turn up at their ground, and let's take Rangers for an example. They'll abuse the Lisbon Lions, Tommy Burns, Jock Stein, forget about all the anti-Catholic stuff, which is bad enough. And then Celtic will come and as soon as you hear that Davy Cooper song and Walter Smith and Jimmy Bell and Andy Gorham and whoever else, just the abuse, the absolute vile abuse that is spewed out, and forget about all the the stuff about the king and the crown. So I can understand why clubs want to have a better environment for their own supporters. And I just wish someone with a bit of authority at Celtic and at Rangers might just want to say, guys, come on, what are we doing here? What are we singing here? And try and encourage them to be better.
It is, Paul. And I think also, especially with the St Johnstone scenario situation, they're also trying and wanting to be able to bring more of their own support to these games. Okay, Rangers, Celtic, big games, that sort of stuff. We know that potentially the 5% has been spoken about. But like I said, I think that the clubs are also trying to drive their own fan base and to bring more. But I couldn't disagree with everything you said about how for some supporters at other clubs outside of Rangers and Celtic to hear those kind of things, it's disappointing.
I mean, nothing seems to be done about it. I've been listening to this nonsense for
all your life,
for too long.
Yeah.
And this new stuff about recent individuals and happily singing about people dying, it's just disgusting.
Horrible, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Do you just let it wash over you, or do you do something about it?
What can the clubs do about it? Because I completely agree with you.
I think you can just do the right thing and appeal to people. Guys, come on, this is not what we're about. Can we not? I mean, I'm a Celtic supporter. Celtic have got a huge songbook that is not offensive. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Sure.
But you know what? I 100% agree. And then I'm thinking about when I was playing to where it's at now. And again, it takes time. It's one of those ones, Paul, where it has actually made improvements, right? But it needs to keep making more improvements because again, there's still a distance. You should be able to go and watch any game of football, any sport, and not be abused by the other team.
Yeah. And actually,
the young kids.
And actually, the people I'm speaking to at St Mirren, some of their attendances have been really good. Out with Celtic and Rangers game, because as Craig was saying, they are trying to encourage people in the area to come out and support their team, and it won't work all the time. And I'll say it again, I would love to see every stadium as full as you can possibly get it, but when you hear that type of stuff, what do you do?